Off we go, Thames in the Thames versus London in the Thames. This is a local rivalry. These crews are about 100 meters apart from each other. They see each other train every day. Who's it going to go to today?
Yeah, I know. I think there's always so much riding on finals, but when you're up against your sort of neighbour from down the river, there's a little bit more at stake, a little bit more drive to want to kind of come out on top. Great starts by both crews. It looks like they're both rowing very flat and coming out quite punchy here.
Well, London have certainly led on some of the times this week. They've equalled many records. Can they put their money where their mouth is today as they come roaring past the end of the island, coming up to that first marker, looking loose and long, strong there from London.
They are looking very loose and long, and this early in the race they don't look tense, and it can be quite hard not to tense up when you really want to make a good start, but it looks like all their power's down low, and for how high they're rating, it looks like they've got quite a bit of time when they're out of the water. They're letting the boat do some work, and when we zoom out we'll see if that's going to be paying off for them.
Yes, this one-on-one race, of course you want to get your bow ball ahead, but we've just seen so many tight races at the finish line. You've got to keep to your plan, you've got to keep moving as we approach the barrier marker. That's around 600 meters in, the kind of first quarter, we call it, of the race.
Yeah, and it's around this point in the eights where they'll be really settling into their rhythm. They'll be pushing out, they'll be able to take a moment to breathe, not too much because an eights is a fast race and they'll be sort of fast and furious right from the start to the finish. But yeah, it's an important time to listen to your coxswain, to slowly give the boat a little bit more time and settle onto a rhythm that can carry you through that middle and then wind you to the end.
Well, that barrier marker there, you see the 2 and the 1 tells us that London have half a length of lead as they come through these opening stages of the Thames Challenge Cup, the Open Club event. London, navy blue, white oars, look like they are moving strong and confidently as they're approaching the Forley marker.
Yeah, teams are still holding on to that contact, so they'll know that this is an important time for them to make sure that they stay in contact, that they start moving a little bit quicker to start eating into that lead, because, I mean, we've talked about how fast these eights will be travelling. You can't leave it too late. And Thames just looks like they're a little bit higher, a little bit like racier in their rate than London, who are maybe a little bit longer, swinging it through a little bit more.
Some aggressive strokes from the black oars of Thames Rowing Club. They're not letting London go. Can London keep their heads middle of the race? This hurts. This is roaring in the lungs. This is screaming in the legs. Keep doing it, London. Otherwise, Thames are going to come right back at you.
And this will be the goal in that Thames crew, is to put enough pressure on that London can never feel comfortable. You don't want them to get out with enough of a lead where they can settle, where they can breathe. You want to feel like they're being chased by you, because that can be a tiring thing to overcome, even if you are out in front.
Well, this is an absolute showdown right here. Finals day, Henley Royal Regatta 2025. A repeat of the semi-final from last year, which was heartbreak for London Rowing Club to be knocked out. This crew have taken that pain, that hurt, and trained all year, and going past the Remnant Club. Listen to that roar for both of these clubs as they career down to the closing stages.
And this will be a really important part of the race to Rosie, who's here coxing this Thames crew, because she'll know that the London crew is potentially about to edge out to clear water, and what she needs to do is get the most out of her crew.
They've done a good job there of not letting them go. I think they might have just broken that chain. Look at London go. How loose and long they look. I think they're going to have some more gears to go here than Thames, but they've got about 100 meters till they hit this wall of the enclosure and have to squeeze on these last dying couple of 100 meters to the finish line.
And it looks like London is starting to make sure they're going to put their foot down in this race, and they don't want it to come to that sprint to the line. They've got enough of a lead at the moment, but they'll be able to hear the roar of the enclosure. They'll know that they're in control at the moment, but it's still anyone's game when you're kind of coming into those dying moments of a race here at Henley.
They're making this look easy, Grace. As you're looking down the stroke man there, Sean Mahoney, he can power his crew here to a little red box. if they can keep moving. They've broken to clear water over Thames. Thames look a little bit dead in the water now, and it's going to be an enjoyable last 300 metres for London if they can hold on to this lead.
Yeah, London look very long, very strong. They're starting to take their rate up, but they look like they're just carrying that movement with them, and it's impressive how they've been able to kind of command this performance. Thames are throwing the kitchen sink at it. They're going to stay right to the line to make sure there's any shot. If they're in, they've got it.
Well, Thames are moving. They're absolutely moving, but they're going to run out of River Thames here in the Thames as London maintain a length of lead over Thames Rowing Club. That hard-fought year from the loss in the semi-finals. It's been 19 years since a win in the Thames for London. They hear that beat. The arms go in the air. The elation is palpable. And London have won the Thames Challenge Cup over Thames 2025. The roars of victory, the scream of the hip hip hooray, and the smiles are all with London this lunchtime.